This is one of the key places the oyster spat are planted, a protected habitat on the eastern shore called Harris Creek. Oyster harvesting isn't allowed on Harris Creek. Ken Painter, director of the Marine Estuarine and Environmental Sciences program at the University of Maryland, today leads a team of researchers to monitor the oyster population here. The goal is to restore 360 acres of oyster habitat on this tributary of the Choptank River. And the only way to find out how it's going is to go where the oysters are.
Well, once the oysters get from the hatchery onto the bottom, they begin growing and they begin creating a reef. And what we want to do is to measure how quickly they grow. We're going to test for diseases. We're going to count in terms of their densities on the bottom.
Hillary Lane is one of Ken's divers.
We are about to dive on a restored oyster bar that was newly planted this year. We're going to be diving about 10 or 15 feet deep.
Check. Okay, you guys stick together and see what you can find.
The divers are under for about 5 minutes, collecting oysters to evaluate.
How many spat would you like?
Would you repeat, please?
We're all set down here. Are we clear to surface?
You're clear. Come on up. There are the spat.
19, 11.
Ken's team
12.
measures the spat to determine their age.
16, 11.
The team also counts the spat that have died.
This white spot here on the shell is what we call a scar. It is the scar from a live oyster spat that is now dead.
Survivorship on this plant looks very, very good. Now, after we've measured and counted all these guys, we'll throw them back so they can continue to build the reef that we want them to build, and we'll come back again next year and sample again.
Ken's team also measures the water quality around the reef.
Bad water quality will threaten the restoration.
Sewage treatment, runoff, toxins, and excess nutrients all have a negative effect on the oyster population.
18.1, salinity 15.4, DO.
Today, Ken's team is measuring salinity levels and dissolved oxygen. The higher the levels of both, the healthier the habitat.
Salinity.
It tells us that everything looks reasonably good. The salinities are a little higher than we're used to seeing in this creek. The dissolved oxygen levels are good.
Ken's team heads back, satisfied that this habitat is inching its way back to good health.